Good evening. Or at least it's evening while I'm recording this, and it's not important. So, seeing as how it's October, I thought I'd talk about, well, like a lot of people, I always watch like horror movies in October, or scary monster movies, things like that. Of course, I watch them all year round too, but they just feel more special in October, you know? And I also like to play scary games, or games that involve monsters and stuff like that for October, so I thought maybe it'd be a neat idea to just talk about what I've been playing for this month, and whatnot. Now, for starters, we'll dig into the classics, because you're probably wondering why the hell is the SNES Classic Edition in the thumbnail? Well, because it's no secret that I modded this to add more games, so with classic games between the ones that are on there, ones that I added, and whatnot, let's see, been playing Super Metroid. I started playing that again, because you gotta admit, that game has like a creepy atmosphere. Some of the boss battles are terrifying, especially Mother Brain at the end. Also Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which to this day I've never beaten, but every time I play it, I get better at it. What was the other one? There was another one with Super in the title. Oh, Super Castlevania 4, of course. And then Zombies Ate My Neighbors, truly a classic, and Demon's Crest. I feel like there was one more. Maybe not. Although I suppose Contra has some creepy elements to it. Contra 3, that is. Now, some PS2 games. The first one is War of the Monsters. Now, I definitely consider this to be a hidden gem, because it's such a fun game, and God, my brother and I used to play this for hours when it came out, and nobody really talks about it that much anymore. It has like that, it's basically based around that, like, 50s sci-fi monster movie genre, and I guess the best way to describe it, it's kind of like Rampage, but like a 3D version of Rampage, except instead of destroying buildings, the concept is to defeat all your opponents, your rival monsters and stuff. I remember, he's actually on here. He was always my favorite, the electric guy, Kineticlops, and is he over there? Yeah, that was another favorite of mine, the Praying Mantis. I always thought Praying Mantis were cool. Part of the reason Scyther is one of my favorite Pokemon, or my most favorite Pokemon, but I'm getting off topic there. But yeah, this is a really fun game. It was actually made by the same people who did Twisted Metal Black. Incog Inc., I believe their name was. Originally part of it. Well, that's a whole other story. But where was I going with this? Whatever. Well, you get my point. I love that game. There's a ton. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was going to say. There's a variety of characters, and you can also get like alternate skins for them and stuff, which is kind of cool. The other game is Manhunt, which it's like a survival horror game, which I haven't played this in a while. Hence the fact that I'm playing it now for October. Other than that, I haven't played this in years. But this is a great game for October, because it's, like I said, it's a survival horror game, a sneaking survival horror game where you have to do all these like violent kills and stuff. Some of them are, because I like violent games and movies and stuff, but even some of the stuff in this is like, like for me, it's a little much. Like a couple examples is the crowbar, when he like sticks it in their back and then in the top of their head, or when he takes the hammer and hits them in the stomach and then up in the jaw. Now, of course, gotta play the Left 4 Dead games. I can't say which one I like better. I think it's fairly equal. Both have a good cast of characters. I like the concept of it's like a bunch of random people who pretty much bumped into each other. For the first one, I like all the characters, really, but in the second one, Nick, the rich guy, is my favorite. I also like how the second one has the melee weapons. That was a cool thing. And what was it? My favorite campaigns, if you will, for the first one, it's the town level where you go to like the boathouse at the end, and the second one, it's the gotta be the carnival. It's just like, that's a fun one, and the finale for that campaign, is awesome. When you go to like the concert stage and you have, it's almost like AC/DC type music that's playing. Then you get the fireworks and everything going off to try and the light show to signal the chopper to come and pick you up. A funny story. I remember when, God, like 10 years ago, maybe actually it was probably more than 10 years ago. Yeah, it had to have been. When the first game was coming out, and I remember it was my brother and I think we were watching wrestling, and there was a commercial for it was like a commercial came on. It showed the symbol EA or the sign EA, whatever. It said EA on the ground, and there was blood dripping on it, and then it showed like zombies running around and people fighting them and stuff. So my brother goes, "Oh, please don't be Left 4 Dead." So then it says Left 4 Dead, and he's like, so it's like, oh yeah, the people who made the Half-Life games for years have been working on a multiplayer zombie game. Yeah, I guess EA bought the rights to it, but they didn't, actually. EA didn't buy the rights to it. They kind of just published the game, but still, that was kind of funny. I always think of that whenever I play Left 4 Dead. Now, this is one I also consider to be a hidden gem. It's Monster Madness, Battle for Suburbia. I've talked about this a couple of times on my channel. It's almost like a modern, or like a suburban, modern-day version of Gauntlet. It's very hard. It has a lot of hit and miss moments in it. I like it though. It's a pretty good game. There's a ton of creatures in it. You fight like there's monsters that are like like werewolves, zombies, giant spiders, the usual stuff. But then there's the ones that they made up and stuff, like these guys that it looks like a severed torso in a red wagon. It's actually kind of creepy. You fight the Grim Reaper, who looks awesome. You fight Satan. Who else was there? The Dracula. Yeah, it's a fairly decent game. It's not great, but I like it for what it is. And of course, this one, which I mentioned last week in my pickups video, it's Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Which is, as I explained in that, it's pretty much the same concept as, it's literally just like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's an amazing game. If you loved Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and if you have, like, whether it be Switch, PS4, Xbox, or PC, or definitely check this game out. It's very, very good. It's a good game to play for October. Well, before I get into the last one, there's one that I have, two Xbone games. One's physical, which I'll talk about in a moment. The other one is digital. It's the Friday the 13th game I've been playing, it's a lot of fun, even though it does have, like, its bucky moments and stuff. It's pretty much like an adult version game of hide and seek or hide and go kill or something like that. But it's a really fun game, and I would still love to see another game with that same mechanics, but it's the Nightmare on Elm Street, because, Jason's cool and all, but I'm more of a Freddy Krueger guy myself. So, the last one, I started playing through Doom again, the 2016 Doom. This was such an amazing game. It's so, like, fast-paced and, like, adrenaline junkie type of stuff. It's just such an amazing game. All the different they're not called fatalities, but you know what I mean. The different things you could do to, like, the zombies and the demons and everything. It's just, even the deathmatch in this game was pretty cool, I think, because it reminded me of, like, that great, which I think the, like, 6th gen, like, multiplayer first-person shooter, I've talked about this before on my channel, I think that was, like, the best time for multiplayer, multiplayer first-person shooters. You had, like, the Unreal Tournament games, and Time Splitters, Quake, like, 6th gen, it was just such a great time for that, and that's pretty much what the multiplayer in this feels like, and I think that's kind of what they were going for. The other thing is, like, it's a good game to play for October, and also trying to build up for Doom Eternal, which I'm a little concerned for, because Bethesda's track record for the past year or so hasn't been, I mean, I know they're not developing the game, they're kind of just more publishing it, but still, I don't know. But those are the games I've been playing for October, and next week I'm going to do, because it's Halloween, it's on a Thursday, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for that, different type of video for Halloween. It's not going to be gaming related, but it's going to be kind of more just like stuff from when I was a kid, that's kind of appropriate for Halloween. It might, who knows, you might get a good laugh out of it, sure as hell my brother did over the years, but anywho, that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you, bye, have a nice day.